It's the ultimate Aussie adventure boat. The reason we chose Jeremy is hull design, workmanship, and great word of mouth. How long have you been in business now?
I've been in business for about 3 years. I'm doing custom boats and trailers for about 3 years.
And it's just the quality of the trailer too, man. That's awesome. And that's exactly what I want.
Yep.
The off-road trailer, what you show me, what you built, is bloody awesome. And I reckon we're going to come up with a great plan on what we're going to do here. It's going to be an off-road trailer, off-road boat, tiller steer, just so we get the Cape. And it's a Cape boat, yeah?
It's Cape, basically. That's what it's built and designed for.
Yeah, four-wheel drive.
Yep.
And we spoke about putting the winch up on the bloody front of it so we can winch back on if necessary, because I got the Chev and you know how heavy they are on sand launching and stuff. But we're going to show you a lot more of this in the coming episodes. There's going to be a whole episode on this build, and can't wait to show you, because come in on this and that's her sitting on the trailer.
It's basically just mocking up trailer designs now and tinkering around with ideas. A couple of different options for him.
So tell us a bit about your background anyway for the audience.
So a few years ago I started a custom fab shop building intercoolers and airboxes and stuff like that. During that time I got MMD, Andrew McDonald, to cut me out a boat kit, and I decided to build that one for myself personally. I had 3 people order, so I thought, might as well have a crack at it and see how we go.
Man. So I was lucky enough to go see Tommy Pollock's boat, your last customer.
Yep.
And that's an awesome boat. If I can, I'll put some of that footage over here of him full noise on the river there.
Yep.
And it's a weapon. And I just can't wait to get this. We've got a shell happening at the moment.
Yep.
It's just started, guys. Literally, this kit turned up yesterday, and Jeremy's into it. So ordering trailer materials now. So we're going to go through a few bits and pieces because it's going to be really specific for what we want. But if you want a boat, you come see Jeremy, south side of Bundy. Put his phone number down here.
Trailer, basically, I've ordered the 50mm solid square axle with your 6-stud cruiser rims, 15-inch alloys in the Chaser, in the Kings, and a 31-inch tyre. Is that sort of the size you're sort of chasing? Or you want to get bigger, smaller?
No, that's not overly big, 31, is it?
No, it's not overly big.
And it keeps it low, the boat low.
It keeps the boat
reasonably low.
We were going to go axle above spring. So at the moment you've got 370mm clearance off your axle, 422mm clearance for your cross members, and 650mm to the keel. So if you'll go higher, it's going to make it a little bit harder for launching. So 3 metre long, roughly, extended drawbar on it.
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh? Yeah, the drop-down wheel setup.
Yep.
Will it be a complete set? Say a blower bearing?
Yep, we'll have a complete hub, bearings. It'll be all mounted on a stub axle. No. So you can put a brake caliper on it if you want. So if you...
Yeah, so it's a one-piece thing, isn't it? So you just order for the spare, one with a disc.
Yep. I can show you on the trailer at the back.
Oh, you've done?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. I can show you on this trailer in here. So you just pull everything off and put it straight on the trailer.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. You don't have to carry your toolbox full of spare bearings or anything like that. It's always just sitting there.
No, that's great.
So the average cast takes you at $12.50. And then this one here basically pivots off of these 2 plates here.
Yeah.
So it does there's another tow ball receiver goes in here that swings around.
So it's pretty congested.
Yeah, she get tight.
Another restriction I had for Jeremy, we had to be 6.5 from prop to ball to fit in my garage. We're just heading into Bundy. Jeremy's been working on this thing for a week. We'll take you along for the build.
Hurry up. We've got a boat man to see about a boat. Always late.
We are late. Sorry, Jeremy. Be there soon.
Always late.
So I've come just to have a bit of an update. Jeremy's been going on this for about 2 weeks now. You reckon 2 weeks, Jeremy?
Yeah, I do that 2 weeks.
2 weeks work, but have a look at it. It's coming along nicely. What do you reckon?
Alright.
Bloody mint, man, the way you done it.
Pretty much ready to start trimming all the flotation out, putting all the filling all, and whack all the fuel tanks, water tanks in.
We're still on track too, because we've got a deadline of January, late Jan. We booked the motor in. Jeremy assures me we're going to hit that target, so, and that was one of the key reasons we went with Jeremy, besides the fact he's awesome work, is he had a build spot for us. So if you want a build spot with Jeremy, ring that number down below. Oh, that looks awesome, eh? Must be pretty satisfying doing this.
Yeah, it is. It is satisfying building your own designs, and doing your own thing, working for yourself. So, this the custom side of things is good too. Like everyone wants something different. So
and yeah, you get to
have your mind active and
have a piece of it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. There's a few things we need to talk about too while I'm here.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on me moving that winch to the back of my truck? I don't have a big overhang on my truck, so the winch can just come up and over the post here. Over you.
That's a different way of doing it.
And that way, it's just more benefit to the truck too.
Yeah, yeah.
Have a rear facing winch. And it eliminates having the winch on the post.
Just have your hand winch there.
And because we might
have to get rid of the top step then. You might have to cut your ladder down shorter.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We can have a look at this one over here. And maybe I chop that off, put a little roller up top, and then potentially have like another roller over here where your hand winch is, so it goes over one, under, and then under this one.
We need to try to shorten our trailer for our storage, and it's getting a bit clustered more than this one. This is a bigger unit than this, so if I can put that on the back of the truck, it solves two problems. It declutters this area, nice little hand winch here, and it gives us a better vehicle because we've got a rear winch.
Oh, okay, true.
And when you're disconnecting, it's one less thing to disconnect. You don't have a power issue for this. It's always got power. So it's going to be.
So you won't need a battery there.
You won't need a battery there. You won't need to plug into the vehicle for power.
Okay.
It solves two problems, but it's a bit more thinking to start with. But we're in a short time frame because we've only got a week or so to organise that. Right?
Probably so it's in 2 weeks.
Well, it's Christmas next week, so.
Some way of having that quick released, so you can feed this rope through the winch post and then
pull it back. So this is the fuel tank. Jeremy's going to get that in later today. And we got water tank going in here as well. Water's going in there. Just in that area there, water's going in there.
One needs a little more too.
Come up and across here. So that's a pickup point, and it runs through your fuel tank void and into the freshwater tank. So you can either mount your tank on top of, like the pump on top of the tank, or if it's a vacuum pump, same as like your deck wash, you can mount it up into this area here. Depending on your pump, either way, you're covered.
Probably this would be more ideal though, down with the deck wash.
With the deck wash and your batteries and all your fuses and everything, be more ideal, more accessible as well. Because if you had a pump failure under there, you've got to lift that soft hatch out.
Yeah.
And try to. It's going to be a bit of a pain.
Yeah.
Just for a pump. So.
And they do happen pretty often, usually.
Usually, yeah. Yeah.
So I've had several.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's in this?
Nothing.
It's just the hatch on that side.
And it's just empty, yeah.
That's, in my view, probably the best place for it.
Well, then you can run, so you'll have this section of here, which you can run cables and pipes and plumbing through. So you'll come up this section and then across to your pump. So, because you'll have a door right here, so you can access all your plumbing there, and you go around and you'll have another door here to access your pumps.
And that plumbing's behind this side of the...
Yes, this bulkhead's just about here, holes there. And that's like, you just undo the 6 screws, pull it out, and that's your inspection hatch. You're not using those plastic spin out ones or anything like that. You can carry on, pain in the butt.
Have you got any thoughts on that, Steve, as to how high you want this casting deck?
I wouldn't have a clue.
Where currently as standard, where are we at?
Yeah, 450 is standard. So your gun stops about here. So you could probably...
And that's that same, is that the same profile?
Extrusion. So this piece here is where the cast deck will, that's as far back as it can go. Because otherwise your water tank's not going to fit in there.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Room.
Because then a crab pot will fit up there too, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. So flat space though for the fridge to sit, you really only got, say 570. You could probably come back here, but just give yourself a little bit of room. Depending on your height of your deck, we could build a little frame to sit the battery up higher and further forward. And then you can stash stuff underneath your battery. But you won't have room to put a battery in here because this will come up with your chines.
Yeah.
So you won't have room there. So your fridge will pretty much take up, depending on the size of it, take up most of your door and everything.
Oh, the door area.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of the fridge? Yeah, so...
The purpose of the fridge, up the Cape, you got no access to ice.
Oh, okay, true.
It's lunches, you can freeze ice. That's, I don't know. Am I overthinking things by putting a fridge in, Jeremy?
No, I'd run a fridge if it was me. Especially if you got the power to be able to take it.
That's right, if we got shit tons of power, yeah, when you're sitting, you just run a solar blanket out to keep power up to it.
Yep. Yeah.
Can't have enough fridges, I reckon.
See that old mouth?
Oh, yeah.
And then those ones just go fish plates here out of your drawbar,
straight
the A-frame.
Yeah.
What is it?
So and that's your mounting plate for the winch.
Nice.
And then that's all your keel roller supports.
Yeah.
Cross member braces, swing away drawbar, that, and then these are your winch post as well, and tail light backwards.
Nice. I just again want to take this opportunity to thank Jeremy. He went above and beyond, working days and nights to get this boat done for us, and the quality speaks for itself. Stick around, this video is not over yet.
So hull sheets, chines, side sheets all tacked up, ready to go. Just about to start cut strakes out. Weld them on underneath. Let's go.
Max. So she tells. Pretty boy.
So yeah, that's the fair size cable you stand in this plug.
That's right.
So
You wouldn't have a chance. Wouldn't have a chance.
nah. They're the King's Chaser 6 with your 2-foot 570, so it's basically 31-inch tire. Land Cruiser 6 stud.
Yeah, nice, man.
So off-road ones are a lot heavier.
Yeah, that's good.
A lot bigger. But it's just got to fit that, and you'll fit 2 Andersons in there easy. Yeah.
Without encroaching on this unit.
Like this unit here will stop about here anyway. So yeah, there's a tile cleat going here.
Yep.
I've got some round bars going in there for your rope to go over and under, so your rope doesn't bounce out if you're in bad conditions or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So cleat there, and then I've got to do your rear toe points at the back yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
This will look. Yeah, so you've got something to tie a rear anchor or a toe.
Yeah. So you can either do.
You
can either do the cleat style that I've got going in here, which I think there's one in that boat, or you can just make a lug and just weld it down, depending on what you're sort of chasing. If you want little cross bollards for tie off points, or I normally just have a little handrail going from there to there, so you can grab hold of it to get in. I normally have a rod holder there, and then your handrail from like say there to like there, and a drink holder here, about there. So if you have a little collar just here to tie off to, that's it, probably out of the way. You're not really gonna, especially with the handrail here, it's out of the way, but it might get in the way when you're tying things off sideways.
It's just rear anchor, and if you're actually tying, it'll be a V-line, so it wouldn't get in the way, would it?
No, it wouldn't get in the way. No. You can probably even just do a little shorter one, just there, just enough to grab hold of, and then start your next one from there up. So even if you just stop a little shorty from there to there.
So you pull up here, put your hand up here to get up. So it probably wouldn't hurt if we did go straight up here. I don't know.
Go all the way, you reckon?
A dark grey, which is something that's gonna not show up as much.
It may be hot.
It may be hot. The old boys isn't. He's got the black and blue.
Black.
He's got the black and blue.
If you're thinking foam decking for your boat, choose U-DEK by Ultra Long Australia.
Black and orange.
It is the best on the market.
Even just like a standard black.
Nice.
That's
or your Chevy, everything's all black.
Yeah.
Maybe just do black on dark grey.
Yeah.
That's not going to show up marks anywhere near as much. Nowhere near it. So if I was going to do anything, it'd be like that one.
I think that's the
Or
pick.
that one. So basically I'll fully weld the outside, fully weld the underside, and cap the bottom. And then basically just punch a 75mm hole in the floor. And then just weld all around that. So
Nice.
yeah.
Only doing 2 seats here.
2 seats, 4 heights, yeah. And then these ones will go, I'm pretty sure I have to measure it out, because they'll go about there. So it might go there or it might come back. Sit in the other boat, and then you tell me if that's too far back or too far forward. And you tell me.
Is it the same
transom, same handle, all that jazz. That way then you can sit in the seats and tell me if it's too high and I need to lower the seat posts as well. Whatever you do, just let me know the size of your battery, because currently you just got the battery trays just sitting in there. So I'll just remake them to suit your batteries. So I'll weld these down to the deck and put your strap through there and hold your battery down.
Okay.
So it depends on what size battery you're going to run. I'll just remake these trays to suit, and then when I sit your battery that way or sit it that way.
And it'll take 2 there.
You'll take 2 just. Just need to know which way you decide to run. So we put these in whichever way they need to be.
Yep.
And then that's your pickup for your water. So however you want to run your water from there, go straight up and cross to an outlet out here, or so you'll get to this whole front base to about this deck height. Jump up in there if you want.
You're up sitting over there.
So you'll get to this whole front face through here.
Yeah. Okay.
So that panel stops, say 75mm.
Yeah.
Leave a gap in there. Yeah, just here somewhere.
Called up in there.
Yeah.
Is that for fresh water?
That's
That
Is that
there's your fresh.
Oh, that's fresh.
That's your fresh.
So that'll be coming, that hose will be coming at that end, yeah? That side.
You can have it come out that side or
that side.
plummet across up top here and come out this side. However you sort of want to have that. In there, so you can mount pumps or whatever you need to at the back, and then your plate there for your bilge to sit onto. So you can punch a hole anywhere in there and in there
To get it out.
to get it out. All your power, your cables, everything. So whether or not you want to just punch a hole here and a hole there and have a big slot, so everything just comes up through the one point, or you want to have each individual hose and power cable sealed off. So sort of want to try and mount that as far as I can up underneath there to try and give you more space in there.
I'm going 212s. You reckon 200 amps of lithium's enough for this?
Heaps, yeah. Old mate's got two 200s in that one, and he'll go out for 2 days and he'll still have like 80%. So yeah, a single 200 would be heaps.
Well, you're not going to have a drink holder and walk up here to get a drink and then walk back down there, are you?
Fuck, it's not like it's a ship. It's only a 10. You know what I mean?
I just hate drink holders.
You're getting one. It's only going one. That's on your side.
This might be a stupid question.
This is real dumb.
Well, it won't be when your motor won't start. Where do you put your oars?
Depending on how big of oars you get,
Yeah, you're going to have little
you can just put the little clips under these
Oh,
and just have it on attached to your door.
life jackets go on there too, yeah?
Yeah. Rod holders. So that plate welds to that one. So then I'll fully weld that, fully weld underneath, and then that plate gets welded around there.
Facing ready. And you face them straight.
Straight back, yeah. Or you can just put them on an angle. You can face them out if you wanted to, face them straight.
Face them out so they don't get shit in the motor.
You'll face them out and you go through a fucking mangrove or something and fuck them.
If you're going through mangoes, have them on the forward boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've lost too many out the back.
They're all doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll...
It is an over 50s boat, so it's something.
And then put a big... That sucks, eh? Getting old. Oh, you know what it's like with your dad, eh?
Yeah.
Is he over 50 yet?
Yeah. Still need, all your batteries, the electrical components to go underneath the gunnel, your seats, so whatever seats you're going to run. Size of the batteries back here as well.
Oh, I touched it.
Don't touch it.
So what do you want me to do?
Step up
Step
on the
up
deck.
on there and see if it's too hot.
Shit.
Not too bad.
I don't think I'll be standing on there fishing.
You will be. You're on a cast and shit. They'll be in calm water.
Yeah.
It's a bit scary.
Do it again.
I felt like a bit tip.
Oh, the boat.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeremy, will this tip up or what?
No. I'll see you climb up there. Would you like something in there?
Yeah, a bit smaller.
Bit small, but
It's probably going to be more like a 70. But
because some 70s are tall, short
Yeah,
bats, where some are long and skinny.
do you agree, though, we need an esky sitting there?
Well, where are you going to put your fish?
You definitely need an esky.
Some sort of esky, yeah.
And it's not going to fit in there, is it?
Depending on how big.
Freaking might, but not.
Could
With
you?
this fridge,
Yep.
it's got to go in the centre, pretty much, because of the lid.
Yeah. Oh, I can't go open it.
Yeah.
I think
Unless you go this way, Jeremy.
Yeah, but you're not going to want to get salt water in there, are you?
you're not going. You might if you open it. It'll fit that way.
But if we're putting our fish in there, you're going to get a hell of a mess in there. You won't well it in.
Well, if you be nice with your fish and like bleed them out on the floor in an esky and then wash them and then put them in.
And then how you're going to have to lift the esky out to drain it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've got an esky about the same size as that, goes under that cast deck, and it just sits.
Oh, you put it in there?
Yeah.
Because it won't rust the fridge in that. Like if you get salt water in there, that's the only thing that I've got concern with. It's going to start rusting everything in there.
You shouldn't get salt water if whatever cable you put through there is sealed, like whatever fitting you put in. There's a seal that goes on this.
I'm just thinking of putting stuff in there.
Yeah.
That's the only way we're going to get salt water in there.
And if you've got everybody standing on the front and then you tip a bucket of water over and all these tracks are full of water, it could build up enough pressure to go over the seal and in if you've got all the way at the front. Otherwise, it's on a slight lean backwards anyway, so it should automatically drain. That's the only way to get water in there.
I reckon I'll buy an esky.
Yep.
What I need, what I want.
Yep.
And we'll do some flush mounts.
Yep. Then drop the boat on top and build all your supports and hangers, winch posts, everything to suit once it's on there.
Perfect.
So that it's made to suit that boat. There's no adjustment.
Nice. So at Jeremy's JB Boats, probably the last time. It's got our battery. What else we got? Seats, water pumps. Just bringing all that stuff to Jeremy so he can measure up for the little installation plates. Make sure everything fits. So yeah, we'll get inside. So this is just before our final fit out and engine install. Looking mint. May need to buy one that piece there is longer.
Oh, this is your mount.
I'll do a slot from say like there to there.
Yeah, we need to find the centre or whatever that dimension is of that unit.
Yeah.
And see how much it surpasses this by.
Yeah.
The other thing though is that if this isn't big enough, which I don't know yet until I wanted to do it with the unit on top to be able to go out like that.
Yep.
And then to clear the side of the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah, to clear it.
Yeah.
It might not be enough to get it out of here, like to come up vertically, if you know what I mean, because the more you come up, obviously the closer it's going to get.
To the side, yeah.
So this piece may need to be replaced with a longer one, which I can do.
But then
that means you've got to extend that.
Yeah.
This extended piece is 11.5 inches. They don't give you a metric.
Yeah.
Whatever that equate, roughly 300.
Yeah, 290.
So you're probably going to have to
allow for it.
I'd be guessing an additional 100 mil.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
Or do we do that secondary? Or do we, first of all, do I mount my plate on here?
Yeah.
And see if we can swing it out like that and get it up without. However, if you do put a tab there, it saves you having to cut and adjust that.
Yeah.
And so it's one benefit of that.
Yeah.
It does allow you to move it inside there.
Move it back in a
when
bit.
You're not using it like that.
Yep. If you've still got the height though.
Your height, yeah.
Your height's stuff you for putting it back in.
It won't be enough. You can't do that. That's wrong. So you'd still have to cut. You would still have to cut the front out.
Yeah.
And have a tab, so you can swing it back in like that.
Yeah.
But one benefit of it, you can bring. Fuck, you still might not clear that.
Bolt unit on.
I might just. Yeah, I think do that. So I'm guessing.
Brothers from a different mother. They're so good together, eh?
Oh, they can't get.
They get shit.
How you going? Yeah.
Jeez, it's looking good, eh?
Was it gel? All gel?
Yeah. Yeah, so all they did was they took 70 mil off it. Because the axle's too long. So they just put it back in the lathe and just re-sanded the machine, all the bearings and treads and all that jazz. So yeah, it's still all gap. Luckily, you get the 70 mil longer, not 70 mil shorter. So it's a shorter with that stuff. You gonna be running half inch out? I'd say so.
Little one's having a snooze.
So I just want to do a dummy fit up of this ring unit. Just so we know we've got enough space, I guess, under the gunnel. So, big unit.
You're talking about yourself?
Look at the arms on it.
Yeah, we'll cut that whole plate out and then go onto the pocket here.
Yeah.
We'll just make it in there.
Have you got bolts for that? I don't know whether
The seat should have bolts in the bottom of them.
Okay. Because we might find it might be way up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Did you end up getting a slide base for one of
It's
these?
the only item we're waiting on.
Yeah. That's right. There
Lost
is.
in transit.
I haven't cleaned the seat post, obviously.
What are you still?
So these seats came from Outback Adventures. Look alright.
Just I could not get that any tighter.
Closer.
That way.
What's with that? It clears like that.
Yeah. So this edge of this pipe is hard on that frame.
Yeah.
So it literally can't go further that way.
That actually worked out pretty spot on, really. You can't get a better fit.
Yeah.
Perfect work, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
Just go buy everything I want, yeah, just buy boxes. All different various sizes and stuff.
I was trying to buy a pack ready made.
No, I don't know if you'll buy that.
No. So I just pull that bracket off so we can get to it with a screwdriver.
I think it does bugger all up or something.
I thought that was somebody driving down the road.
I'm a dirt boy. So how about we centre it off the post there, eh? Like
I think so. Center it straight with the bolts either side of that post to give it some strength as well.
say what, 2 there, 1 here type thing.
Yeah, on me. So
Hey,
it fixes it.
Can you drive the boat from any side? Or does it have to be
Yeah, if you're ambidextrous you can,
How
I
come
can.
you don't use your right hand to drive?
It's lightning, I always use thunder.
Silly question.
Yep.
So I had Jeremy weld up some hooks. They turned out really nice, just for tying the pots down. They turned out good, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Your claw style, and then just tie a normal strap in there. Straight in and around.
Yeah, nice. And that worked for our esky, yeah?
Yep. Yeah, that's the esky as well. Just do it all the same.
Yeah, nice.
I whacked an extra bolt in there, just so if you do pull off
popping it. Yeah.
Bit of extra strength.
Yeah, good for strength, huh? Oh, yeah, that's nice, huh? So, what would you call that? Like a trivet? What would be the? What would you call that?
Socket.
A socket.
A socket. So those
spigots,
spigots, yeah, another one. So I've just got to put the drain pipes on them. Yeah. Two different styles of drain pipes.
Okay.
I'll go. One's got a scupper, but it's 19mm, and one's an inch, which is just straight through, but it's got to hit a 90 and. Yeah, I'll explain it in a sec.
For she's a middle-aged boat, we had Jeremy make up a lean post for the front. It's like, I'll show you this bit of pipe he bent up. That pipe there, the fridge is going in the centre, but that pipe sits over the fridge when we're not using it. When we are using it, she comes out and just goes in those two. But he also had to come up with a solution for this water, which we're discussing now.
So we've got little drain skin fittings, and I got a little scupper on there.
Yeah, nice.
We don't want any water going back in. It'll just stop the water, but water flows easily straight out. You can get these in a straight or a 90 degree. So I was thinking, I've got them on back water, that should be here today. They come out and then bend, and then the hose, you just put a little bit short bit of hose on there.
So just that fitting there is on the bottom of that spigot, or what do you call it?
Socket.
Socket, yeah. Well,
socket.
That just saves all the water issues. Any water off deck hosing out. You don't have a pipe sitting there full of water all the time.
Yeah.
I think that'll be good, man.
So, but I don't think, honestly, like if you have these ones in the 90 without the scupper, no water's going to get up in there because it's got to hit perfectly straight at it, go around the bend and then up. Like, yeah, water's not going to be able to do that unless you hit it like 100k an hour, flat biggie straight into it. So
it's only just every second wave.
Maybe, yeah.
Till the motors run in.
The ones without the scupper, they're just straight black plastic.
That would be
better.
Probably preferable. Yep. You pop that stainless off that?
I've tried popping it off. It doesn't want to come off.
Oh.
But yeah, I could just put the straight black plastics, 90 degrees, little short piece of hose.
Yeah, so what's the trade-off, man?
So you've got, this one's got the scupper and the stainless, but they only come in straight. Or you've got them all black, no scupper, in a 90 degree. So, which will then work out better if we go through the side sheet.
Yeah,
that's what a 90 degree
back up.
Straight to your hose. Yeah. Saves going back here and having a big loop of hose.
Dicky hose.
Yeah.
And it's all plastic. It won't corrode out.
Won't corrode out or rust or react to the alley or anything like that.
Yeah. Alright, that's perfectly solved them. So I need to get some battery straps too, yeah, for there.
Just put one strap, these two straps, yeah.
Over both batteries.
Yeah.
And
it should come with the, you didn't buy battery boxes,
just bought batteries.
Yeah.
And did that work out our height to get in there?
Yeah. Yeah, you got 250 mil.
Okay.
I put it in and then I measured it and I had to drop it down to 20 mil. And then, silly me, I put the battery tray in, and then I stitched in this piece all the way up we previously discussed.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, how do you get your batteries in there?
Yeah.
So I had to cut it out. So, well, yeah, you've got your 220, so you got 215 mil batteries, but at the end of the day, you can either, if you got a higher battery, you can just trim this front down a little bit.
Yeah.
Or just roll them in, because once you go back in there,
So
It's got 260.
also it increases as you go further.
As you go further back, it gets bigger.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. I like that.
Be a tree bush to toe going through mangroves.
Mangrove busher.
Back and smack. Morning. I've got another one.
So Jeremy's going to put all these, the 2 freshwater pump and deck wash in, just using these, what are they? Dim fit fittings. You might have seen them in caravans and such. They're pretty easy to use, actually.
So simple to use.
Yeah, it just makes it, it's neat a job too. I used them in my truck. Jeremy uses them.
Done.
Yeah.
And if you stuff up the length, pull a little collar, pull them out. That's it.
Yeah.
Easier.
So 2 pumps, both going in this compartment here, up on the side. Jeremy just needed the pumps, brought them in today just so I can measure up for the little mounts for them. And he's going to do up, not wire them, but get them mounted and plumbed. Got our freshwater tank up there. How many litres roughly was that one, Jeremy?
About 55 to 58 litres.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. And we got it. Jeremy put an intake in here for the salt water, and it's all tubed. There's absolutely no way that can sink the boat. We've actually seen a noosa cat fill half full of water with that exact problem, sucking in through the salt water deck wash.
Yeah.
Nearly sunk it.
Clamps leak or
Clamp fitting.
Yep.
Popped. Nearly sunk it.
Yeah,
So
right.
could be expensive.
Put the hose in the back and then you screw this into there.
Yeah. I think I'd just prefer to put a hose, you know, a 3-screw clippy hose fitting.
Yep, yep.
So you just unclip it if you want to unclip it.
Yep. You're going to mount this just straight up onto the gun like that, and you can have your cable sticking out and looping.
That was my plan.
Yep. Really?
I can't, you know, if we turn it around, you still got to be able to get to that.
Yeah, your plugs, yeah.
So what do you think? Turn it around?
Yeah, just hang it straight upside down. Leave enough room so you can get your hand in there to do the nuts up back here. And then just hang it down. At least then you can tuck all this back up and around inside the bracket. Yeah. Cool. Does that work? So it goes straight through one hose out through the transom.
Nice.
And then that's your slot for your plumbing and cables and everything.
Yeah.
So, and just stuck your battery tray on that one corner down the back.
Yep.
Your pumps and all that haven't arrived yet?
No.
No, that's all right. I haven't touched this side yet. I haven't touched anything there because I don't know whether I've got to stagger the pumps to get all the hoses to work. Just do the one and then we'll just lock it up on that. Put a bit of, I've got foam going on these treads as well, and this will all be tensioned up with an eye lock, so you can literally just lock it off there and it won't move.
What about your flush mounts that you're going to be so good at by the end of this boat?
Just put flush mounts everywhere.
You can never have enough flush mounts. If you come see Jeremy, make sure you're asking for an OBM flush mount.
You could, you can put one there, one there, one there, one there, one there.
Well, where's the coffee machine going? The lampoon's boat.
And we wait till we nearly finish the boat to come up with a design.
Yeah.
Then I'd put one of these like the lampoon's car at the back of it.
This is the back of the boat, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's with that little can over there? You're kidding. I've never seen a little throwdown.
Yeah, little throwdowns. 10%ers.
That's so good. Very tasty. I don't drink a lot of that work.
Workplace health and safety.
What are you talking about? That's still cold. It's got dew on the outside of it.
Oh, breakfast.
That was your 1 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
beverage.
So I can mock up your design and how you want it all templated off, and then I can send you through a sketch, basically similar to this, of what it's going to look like. And if you're happy with it, we'll run with it. If not, we'll chop and change and make it what you want.
So Jeremy does all the design for the U-DEK, and cutting and laying. So if you ever need flooring done, give him a call.
Clearance light. So you got your 3 LEDs in top and your reflector all built into one.
Oh yeah.
You got 3 down each side. During the new rules, it's one's got to be a metre from the furthest part of the trailer, and then spaced evenly, every 3 metres maximum
Okay.
overall length. So
Never knew that. That's nice. See that, bud?
shorten that handle up.
Oh, did we check whether the spotlight's going to miss it?
I know the spotlight will mount about here. It's like it just misses the winch that way. I didn't even think about it. It'll work.
Hey, what, the next time we'll see you, we'll be getting the motor fitted? I'll meet you there for that.
Yeah, probably get the motor fitted, yeah.
Yeah, alright. Oh, thanks again, man, and see you soon.
No dramas, mate. Too easy.
Cheers.
Take it easy.
So finally, after a couple of months, I think. How long do you reckon it's been?
2. We came in just beginning of December.
So 2 months for the bill from Jeremy, JB Boats, Plate Boats, Bundaberg. Fastest build time of any of the people we contacted, and we're over the moon with the quality of thing.
I think it only actually took him 6 weeks.
Actually 6 weeks. I mean, quite often we'd contact Jeremy and he'd done all overnighters, worked right through the evening to get something done for us, and yeah, above and beyond. But finally here to pick it up. Got to go back to Yamaha, get our warranty book sorted, and we'll take you along for that. But finally here to pick this boat up, taking it to get it registered. But yeah, check it out.
Getting thick in the ear. Scratching your ear.
Hope I got that right.
Oh, stop it.
Are they the ones?
That's the ones. Sure.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It
That's
has
awesome.
been a pleasure.
Yep. Been nice and easy. That's the main thing.
Yeah. Let's go finish off our books.
Yep. Easy. And just swing that out.
Yeah.
Don't lose. They should stay in there. They're basically just spaces, so there's not.
These will
Oh,
stay.
okay.
That top one will stay, but make sure you don't lose the bottom one. Yeah. If you do lose the bottom one, it's just going to rattle.
Yeah.
So
Is that already glued on?
no, they're just
They're
stuck
just
in the
pushed.
pushed in there. Yeah.
So what's this thing for?
So that
That
swings
goes
around
into that one.
and goes into that hitch.
Oh, okay. So you got double the strength.
Yeah. So you're not just relying on this bolt to pivot.
2 fixings.
Yeah, you got 2 fixings.
Is there any trick, like, is it much the same reversing it? Like, there's nothing different that you have to
Exactly
do?
the same, just longer.
Yeah.
Easier, isn't it?
Don't turn as sharp, it'll turn easier.
That's
Good,
good,
mate.
eh?
Real good.
So
Love how these turned out. I bought some stainless steel cable for there,
okay.
just to lock them.
Is that something I'm going to need to do, or?
Yeah. So you don't go too hard on these because it's just a 1-to-1 pull, and you'll bust you'll break something.
Destroy something pretty quick.
Do you think you need to get spares of those in case we need them? Like the cape?
you won't. That's the idea. You don't lose it.
Yeah.
You can't unless you
lose a D-shackle.
We probably should get some of
But
them.
we'll be putting swaging them off too. These to reverse. Is it just like
flick that lever?
That way.
That's it.
Oh,
Going the other opposite direction.
Yeah, sweet. Just heading over, final days now before our water test. Taking the, I dropped the boat over to Nick from Caravan and Four Drive Auto Electrics. He's local in town here, Agnes Water. So he's doing the electrical fit out. He's got probably another day to go on that. Got a fair bit going in it, 24 volt system. We'll show you all that in the when we walk through it. But yeah, I got a few bits and pieces I'm gonna fit in as well. Ram mount, bilge pump, skin fitting for that. So right, stick around. Got the boat home. Fits in the garage, only just. Got to take maybe some cupboard out here so I can fit it straight, but it fits in here. Just got a few little bits and pieces to do just for our water test. One's a seat, so just gonna put a extendable seat bracket on this one, and that just lets me from the driver's seat just pull forward, turn around and still fish backwards. Just a bit of adjustment on a long run, with the tiller. If you're not in control of it, you might want to pull your seat back a bit and just hang on to it a bit easy with your elbow maybe. So yeah, I just bought one of these just little seat slides. They're pretty good. I've got one of these in the, I think they're relaxing, one of these in the big boat. It's also got the seat swivel on it. Obviously don't require the seat swivel on this setup because Jeremy's made them in a swivel post. So got the nylon on the bottom, locking nut there. Bloody hot out here in this garage, I tell ya. Very thirsty work. Thanks, Yeti. But this all come up awesome. Once we do a water test and get it out, keen to show you all this. It's going to be really good. So just really little things like hose fitting. That's for the deck wash. So Jeremy's even put thread tape on there for me. That's pretty cool. Dead set. Can't recommend JB plate boats enough. Awesome job, man. So these seat slides, pretty simple stuff. Just 4 screws, 4 bolts. I actually told Jeremy we were installing it, so he's cut this seat post down by 75mm, the height of the slide, so both seats will be the same height. Didn't bother putting one on the other seat because Snaz can move back and forth between the two. This is just for the driver's pedestal. Obviously made the driver's seat about that much higher than Snaz's. It's just so your head's higher. Any of you younger blokes or you guys that haven't done it before, all the fit out on this boat is 316 stainless. Good test for that. Put a magnet on it, non-magnetic, so that way it's just higher rust proofing, and Duralac. So just that Duralac for any of these. Not putting in this is on the seat, but anything going into this hull has been 316 stainless. Avoided it where possible. Well, Jeremy certainly did. Nylock nuts. This thing's going to be flogged over corrugated dirt roads, so don't want anything coming undone. Everything 316 stainless where possible, and nylock nuts, and a connection, Duralac between the two dissimilar metals just to stop corrosion. Yeah, good tip. I've got the Raymarine RVX or RVM
Axiom 9, so it's an upgraded version of what's in the big boat. I'm just going to get that powered up. Never had this turned on yet, so new units you always got to, with Axioms anyway, you got a heap of downloads to do just to get them upgraded to the latest software, and it's usually about 3 gigabytes of data, so I'll get that cranking while I'm doing this other bit of stuff. I wondered why the touchscreen wasn't working that well. Didn't take the plastic cover off it. This is a pretty momentous occasion. And you'll notice here on the Ray Marine Axiom, look when you're selecting your engines, look where what comes first. Other. What's first? Yamaha's always first. So super handy if you want to watch Netflix when you're in the boat. It's a pretty small update, 1.6 gig. In the big boat there's 2 units plus a whole heap of other networked gear, so yeah, it usually takes some time, but I'll just get this going while I'm doing these other bits and pieces and hopefully have this unit up and running. So looks pretty impressive though, it's awesome. But yeah, I don't know whether you guys are aware with the Ray Marine stuff, they've been awesome with this too, great with the other boat. They helped me out with this on price. Also got to show you either in this video or another video, the transducers on the big boat. I've had some issues with them, and I mean they're what, 6 years old, and they have replaced them free of charge. And it's not because of YouTube or anything like that, they've just got a great name for customer service. Also spent some time, Min his first name is, from Ray Marine, he's been helping me tune the autopilot in just to get it work like more effectively and more efficiently, and all done remotely too. And that's what Ray Marine, like most of these newer brands, and Furuno's good like that too, I believe, doing remote network sessions over the phone. Like, don't know whether you're unfamiliar, those who are familiar with it, yeah, whoop-de-doo, but if you're not familiar with it, someone in Sydney, I can connect this to the internet, screen share, they can control my unit. I had the big boat out in the water the other day, and Min in Sydney was driving it from, and I'm in the boat, at the helm rather, and Min in Sydney is driving my boat using my autopilot. So, but yeah, we got it all fixed anyway. But yeah, getting back to my point, Ray Marine, awesome product and great customer service. So yeah, this update's kicking along now anyway.
So, as I said, mobile phone or email, what's the best option to issue this ticket?
Mobile phone would be great, thanks.
Alright, I want to confirm your mobile phone. Alright, so pretty much it'll come through to that mobile phone as an attachment. We open it up, got all the details on there, what to do, how to pay, due by date, etc. There's all sorts of options on there in terms of what you do with it. The ticket, that is. Yeah, it's pretty much. Any questions?
No, all good, Chris.
All right.
Just a bit overexcited about getting the boat to the boatyard.
Brand new, is it?
Yeah, mate.
You're taking them back to the boatyard?
Oh, getting a few attachments put on, a few extras, so yeah.
Okay.
No, it's good.
Exciting day, in a hurry to get it done.
That's it, mate.
Yeah. All right.
Sorry to take up your time.
Nah, it's fine.
So a little bit overexcited about getting to Bundy to do this water test. So Chris, thanks for the ticket, mate. And if you're watching, hopefully you're subscribed.
You never listen, do you? Okay. He never listens. Did you lock it? Yeah, you locked it.
The hose is a 32.
Yep.
That you'll take a plug out.
I'll probably will, mate. Yeah, we'll just.
I'm thinking I will put it in because it's probably not to protect someone like me using it.
That's right.
It could be some other person going.
The amount that we've had where they ring us up for that plastic cover because it cracks really easy.
Right.
I'll just show you. So still same flush.
Yeah.
Static flush on the side if you want, or your muffs, whatever you do there.
What's your preference?
What I say, if you've been away for a week, say a trip away, you haven't been able to flush it,
Yep.
I'd come home, run on the muffs, warm it back up, and then I'd still use this flusher.
Do the coal.
Yep. Only because even if you don't use this at all, you get salt water sitting in here. Okay, and because it doesn't flow through, it'll end up backing up through the motor. Okay, so we've had them sometimes that have blocked that bad. You've got to basically pull the pad off, clean them out. Okay, so definitely recommend muffs if it's cooled right down. If you've been from the ramp home, the motor will be still hot.
Yep.
So that's fine. But if you've been away for a week or wherever, and come back, I'd run on the muffs, warm it back up, and then also do the flush up here.
Both.
Okay. Yeah.
Good to know.
And that's what I've done personally. I've had no issues with my corrosion ring in my motors, so yeah, it's worked well for me. So on this side here, just the jig stick, yellow one there.
Yeah.
All filler top. You'll have all specs on top here too.
Yeah.
They'll give you a whip and about oil filters. Oil filters this side.
Yep.
You got your inline filter here, which has the water in fuel alarm. There as well. You see the black one down the bottom. It'll light up, sound the alarm off for you. On this side, you'll have basically just one swing around a bit where but you got users.
Yeah.
So you got 50 amp for your main and all that kind of stuff there. There is spares in there as well.
There is.
So nice and easy to get to if you need to. But main reason they blow is if you're charging the battery or something, you accidentally arc them out. It'll blow that main fuse. You'll get nothing on the key, nothing on the trim and tilt.
So that as a general rule, that's when it occurs. If I'm putting a charge on the start battery, is that right?
Yeah, like some people arc it out accidentally.
Yeah.
Just during the one charge, but with you, say you're pulling the lid off. Well, I don't know how they are in there, but if you're pulling the lid off, and you can bump it and it's arc it out and blow the fuse.
Banner across the sun.
Yep. Can happen. So yeah, that and you'll get nothing on the key, nothing in trim and tilt, and that's the first thing to look
where
for.
you go.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Righto. We've got that yummy fuel filter inline for you too, water separator. So
Nice.
that red ring
Yeah,
gets
good.
water in it, it'll flow it up. Probably what you got on the other boat.
Great design. Yeah, absolutely great design.
Yeah. So it's good. If you have issue with battery or your trim and tilt, this side here, I don't know if you know, same as on your big ones, you got the manual release.
Yep.
So you got the screwdriver, pull that by hand. That's the only time you should ever use that there. So that's not for travelling. Everyone uses it for travelling, but only for emergency. You lift it up, lock it on so it stays up for you, and then you can do your.
Whilst you don't.
Yep. Righto.
Good to know too.
So and then your frictioner for your steering wheel from here. So that lever there, we'll lock it up and loosen it so you can have it so it's a little bit stiffer.
So the more you're doing a long run type scenario.
Yeah. Or I find it when you're trolling. You lock up a bit so it doesn't. Especially if you want to turn off while you're going. Yeah. You keep it locked straight or a bit stiffer so it's not pulling one way. If you do find it is pulling one way, you can turn your trim tab.
Yeah.
So whichever way it's pulling, trim tab should go the same. And then on your tiller arm, you've got your variable RPM on top.
Yep.
You've got your trim and tilt.
Yep.
You got your throttle frictioner on your side. That little thumb screw there. And then it's basic settlers for reverse. You do have your system warning lights as well. So when you turn your key on, there's two lights just here.
Okay.
They'll light up red when you first turn the key on.
Alright.
All system check, they'll go away. They'll only come on if you get water or oil issue.
Alright.
Okay. The water and fuel won't come on as a light, but it will sound the alarm. And that will sound as soon as you turn that key on. It'll be alarming on you. Okay. But yeah, when you have a oil or water issue, that's when that time water can go into limp mode.
Okay.
Okay. So, but yeah. Other than that, there's not too much more to him. Got to have your lanyard on at the start. I do normally show you the sound of the alarm, but it's awesome for your barra fishing and that, so you can slow right down.
Very control.
Yep. Yeah, so like when I go to Mondi, if I'm going with the wind, I'll just slow it right down as low as it can go, basically just barely ticking over. Yeah. Then against the wind, you want to go a little bigger. Yeah, that's good. That's about it. If you do get stuck, we'll just show you where it is too. That's your sump plug under here. Yeah. Same as your big ones.
That's awesome, man. Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, thanks, Karen.
No worries, that's okay.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Eddie.
Thanks for looking after us.
Yeah, no, that's no dramas at all.
Yeah. He's probably going to do the first service, Eddie, eh?
Yeah.
Well,
yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that you don't have to worry about.
I know, and Jeremy talked me into it actually. He said, so finally go get to water test that little boat. Jeremy's meeting me in a Bundy. It's been a long slog, but well, certainly quicker than most boat builders. Jeremy's done this boat for us in 6 weeks, and that's pretty cool in the scheme of building a boat like this. A lot of work's gone into it. All the electrical's been done now. And yeah, we're ready to rock and roll. Alright, we'll get you on the water and see what this thing can do. Watch that water.
rocking off the goal, anticipating.
She rolled off nice anyway.
Go.
You good?
Yeah, all good.
So a bit unfortunate, then we've got a bit of rain for this water test. Hopefully wait till this rain disappears a bit and we'll pop the drone up for some footage. She rolled off that trailer nice anyway. So we've got our revs, flow rate. You right over there?
Yeah, they'll be right. Let's roll leg over.
Pity about the bloody weather.
It's not ideal. It's definitely not ideal.
How many litres of fuel we end up with?
Ended up with 118.5.
Alright.
So we estimated 120, so 1.5 off.
No, that's good.
Is this thing set up to your
Yummy or there.
There you go.
So we won't have, well, we have speed, we got speed.
Speed, knots, 3 knots. You've done 330 metres so far. 0 hours. It's not bad. Nice little setup with a screen.
So to get back is home button. Do you want sounder?
Yeah, gotcha.
You can split screen that Yummy, which I haven't done yet. So it's probably, I don't know whether you need shallow water down here.
No, we've got king tides at the moment, so you go wherever you want.
So we've been here for about half an hour or so, popped the drone up, and very happy with how the 90 performs. But what do you reckon, man? That's what, a 30 knot boat?
Yeah, he's 31.8. We're getting so far with the two of us, full of fuel, bit of gear.
Yeah.
Add a bit of water, add another 60 litres of water. We'll drop back down to that 30 knots, I'd say.
And it's fairly economical too. That, you know, at the 20 knot range, it was sort of
1.6 nautical miles to the litre.
1.6. So there's a pretty good range when you got about 120 litres on board. So camping situations, we got Jeremy's put the extra jerry cans. We can hold 6 jerrys in there as well. So it's going to be
just set up for long range distance trips, basically.
Yeah, crabbing, distant fishing. It's going to be great. Got the Minn Kota. I haven't set the Minn Kota up yet. Jeremy did all that for me as well. So it's come up awesome. I might even do a full walkthrough later. Won't take up too much of your time, Jeremy.
Yeah, no, all good, right?
But thanks a million, man. He's gone above and beyond on this one. And what, all in 6 weeks?
All in 6 weeks, yeah.
So there's not too many boat builders you can approach and say, hey, I want a boat of this size with this much custom work on it to get it done in 6 weeks. And solo. That's not my problem. But there's not too many you can approach, and that was also over the Christmas break. So it was an effort and a half, man, and thanks so much, man.
No drama,
Cheers.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, no, it has been great, and we're going to keep in touch. We've established a bit of relationship over this build, and there'll be another one to come, I'd say. So yeah, all right, guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, I'm super happy with this, guys. Once again, Jeremy's done an awesome job. Pretty modest, didn't want to talk around him, but he's over there getting the trailer in. If you're in the market for one of these plate alloy boats, any description in fact in plate alloy, he's the man. He's done a magnificent job of this trailer as well, which I'll show you. But all right, guys, we'll get this on the trailer.